No, I don't know. I don't know what to say, like I said, and I'm not trying to um, be nice, or I'm not trying to be too much when I say that I really like all of you.
What does Bay mean? I know Poe, but Bay is a new one. Is Bay like Poe?
Well, Graham's brother Michael was the one that taught me to say "be," and he said it was enduring and like caring, and like you care about that person and you like that person, so you would just call them "be."
Paula, for all we know, that could be the F word.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
So Paola, we're so excited to have you on this. This is the AVA journey. If more than anything, one of my favorite parts about Agencyva is the relationships and the ability to communicate with, people that become friends, and it's really, really awesome. I will start with sharing how Paola came to Agencyva. um I had a friend. I didn't say had. I have to say had because he's not in good health right now. But I have a friend named Gary, and I was saying I need people that are strong. I need people that know insurance well. I need people that are leaders. I was very particular and precise with Gary on what I was looking for, and Gary said, "Hey, I got this friend named Paola. You need to call her. I think she'll be such a wonderful fit." And so I did. I chatted with Paola, as I do with a lot of my interviews when I know that, or my interactions, my first interactions, whether it's an interview or just shaking hand and meeting people, I can usually tell really quickly, like, oh my gosh, this is just going to be an awesome and fun relationship, and we're going to have a lot of fun and do some great things with Agencyva. And that's the case with Paola's. Instantly I knew, that things would work out and that it would be great, and it's been exceptional. So that is Paola, and that is how she started. Now, Paula, why don't you share with us, like I was saying earlier, what was going on in your life before, and how are things now?
Well, thanks for that. So I was looking for a job, and everyone was just taking forever to interview. I think it was because of COVID, because it was like towards the end of COVID when things started to open up and people were going out, and there was just like takeout for restaurants. So it was like little by little, but then at the same time, not everyone was wanting to interview, not everyone was hiring. And so I was looking, I think I looked for like 3 weeks, and no one was wanting to interview until like, I think it was the end of August. I started here at the beginning of August. But everyone wanted to interview me at the end of August. And I was like, no, I can't keep waiting, because I was, for about a month, I was unemployed. And so I was struggling. It was sad. It was bad. It was stressful. But then, I happened to think of Gary, our friend Gary, because he knows everyone. He freaking knows everyone.
He does.
And so I asked him, I was like, do you know anyone that's looking? He's like, I have the guy. I know the guy. And I was like, okay, cool. And it was funny because within a day, I had an interview. I messaged him at like 10 p.m. And then it was midnight. And he's like, you have an interview tomorrow. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So, I mean, I was blessed, but at the same time, it's nice that I get to know people that can connect me to others at the same time. But it was funny because I had met Ben before you, and we had talked about something else. I think it was like an agency or something. And I said, no. I was like, no, I'm not interested right now. And I met him in March, I think it was. And I told him, no, I'm good where I'm at. I'm working in an agency. Things are great. Thanks for the opportunity. And then look at me.
I kind of remember you saying something like this, but where did you actually meet
Yeah.
Ben?
Through Gary.
Oh, it was through Gary as well. Okay, cool.
And we met for, I think it was like about an hour on a Zoom call. And then I was like, well, you know what? I appreciate it, but no thanks. And then months later, here I am applying to Agency VA.
Were you guys ever able to connect about that time in March? Did you guys remember pretty quickly or no?
Well, I don't know if you remember when we were in an interview. I was like, I know I've seen you before. Like, I feel like I've seen you somewhere. He's like, I don't think so. You know how Ben is. No,
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
do.
so.
Well, and one of the things I do want to talk about with you, Paola, is you were one of the first Platinum VAs to be hired. Platinum VAs are PNC insurance licensed virtual assistants. What had you done in your insurance career prior to becoming a Agency VA Platinum VA?
So I used to work for an agency. It was captive, and I used to be the office manager for him, and I will, still do some of the quoting and help with, running the agency and as well as talking to clients and customer service. I've always liked to talk to people and help people. So that was part of why I chose to go through insurance, just to try to help others, especially the Hispanic community, because they tend to not get informed or educated about what it's required or what they need. Or what's better for them, and they just go with the easiest, most cheapest insurance, and so that's why I try to go through that route to try to help our community.
Yeah. And so if I remember, you did. So when Paola references captive, what that means essentially is she is captivated by the insurance company that she can offer to the client. So I think the first one was State Farm, wasn't it?
hmm
And then
I work for the State Farm agency and I work for an all-state agency.
kind of in the same capacities at
hmm
both.
hmm
Question for you in your time, because the position of platinum virtual assistant has it's grown at such a rapid rate, because you were one of the first pioneers that started it. What is like one of the top advancements that you've seen in that position of platinum VA, like from your first day till now? Because I know you've had a number of clients, you've worked with all sorts of now independent insurance agencies. What is something that's evolved since you started?
Definitely the brokerage world. I had no idea how big it was. It's a monster, and it's taught me a lot. It's shown me that there are different options, there are ways to go, different routes to go, different companies to go talk to. But at the same time, I don't know if you remember our conversation in that little conference room when it was TJ. Can't remember. There were two others, platinums, like some of the new ones, like me and him, because we were the first ones. I don't know if you remember. And you were like, you guys are going to be next level within months. Like, you guys are going to be doing great things in a few months. Well, look at me now. I'm a team lead now, and I'm the new recruiter. So I feel like I've been able to grow with the company and help the company grow at the same time. And I've been able to also teach others of the things I've learned because I used to be a trainer as well. So I've just tried to help others, but at the same time, I've learned so much because the brokerage world is just huge. And you learn every day. I can't tell you how many things I've learned or how much I've learned because you just keep learning. It's just a monster, especially in other states, not just Utah. I mean, I work for Florida right now and it's a monster. It's huge and it changes all the time.
So you keep referencing all these monsters and huge and growth, and even in the days of working together, there was a couple of us, when we started, and now, I mean, like in my office right here that started out to be my office, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people inside here,
Yeah.
and I always tease, we're literally assigning people 2 by 2 foot squares of carpet, handing a laptop and saying, hey, get to work. There's a lot of growth on the platinum side. There's a lot of growth and stuff happening inside Agencyva. How has that been for you, like to be a part of that growth? How has that been?
It's been interesting, but at the same time, I'm grateful for the opportunity because there is opportunity to grow. There is opportunity to do more. There is opportunity to do better. And you've always left that door open. You, Ben, Liz, Clarice, you've always left that door open, knowing that, if we want to do it together, there's always space. There's always enough room for everyone, and you're always willing to help each other, and you don't see that often. You don't see that everywhere you go, especially on large companies like us. Like, I know we're still growing and we're not compared to some of the other companies, but at the same time, from where when I started, it doesn't compare to where we're at right now, and we just keep growing like crazy. And so for me to be part of this company and at the same time be able to grow with you means a lot. And I know I'm not the only one. I've seen it and I've heard it from others too, where they feel it's just very happy that they're able to achieve higher goals because of you. So I thank you for that.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you to say. And a lot of people don't know this, but really, for me in the growth of Agency VA, it's the excitement, and what drives me is relationships, business relationships that I have with people like Paola, that I get to see you on day one, and that I get to see how aggressively you grow as a human and as a person and within our friendship. And it means a lot. And my greatest, like, I wouldn't say currency, the thing I value the most probably is the relationships that I'm able to have within our company. And we've me you and all the others, we've had a lot of really really fun times. And I don't look at, I know a lot of people unfortunately look at clocking in and coming into work as not a positive thing. But Paula, what has helped you, like, in your advancing through Agency VA and moving to the various positions? What's something that's helped you do that? What would you say is one of the things that's contributed to that growth?
Definitely the support from you and Ben, because you're both the owners and you shouldn't be at that level. Most owners are usually at the top making decisions, financial decisions, and you're so involved that it makes a huge difference. We know that we can always count on you. We know that we can always come and knock on your door and sit with you for 10, 50 minutes to an hour because we talk a lot. You're like a Latino to us, because you can talk forever, and it's a compliment though. I'm not saying that you talk too much, but it is fun. It is nice to you be able to connect, with the owners and not just get a paycheck, because that's what most companies will do. So here's your paycheck. I don't know you. I've never talked to you. Thanks for working here. See ya. And that's different here. And I feel like that's been the encouragement, because, yeah, I not only come to work, but I also come to my other side of friends or other side of family that I can count on, especially if I'm sick or if I need help or if I, have um, anything going on. I know I can always count on you, even though, you're still my boss. So I think that's one of the things I appreciate the most.
Well, and one of our missions is just that. One of the things we're trying to achieve is to create an environment like that. And another one is we have an extremely diverse company. One of the exciting
Mm-hmm.
things about having offices in the Philippines and having offices in Puerto Rico and having offices in India and then Utah, that certainly presents itself with some unique challenges, but there's also some really cool stuff that we get to have happen. And like, if you walk and shake the hands of the leadership inside Agency VA, if you shake the hands of those working inside of Agency VA, you're going to find people from all walks of life, all nationalities, men, women. We're not like some companies you can walk in and it's like 10 of the exact same person. Like, there's like,
Yeah, very
you're like,
true.
you got hired maybe because of something, but you're all like twins. Whereas one of the things I
Yeah.
love in our mission is like the connection of the world, and there's different strengths that you have that I don't possess, that I haven't been shown, and things that I can help you with. And so what have you found with like the diversity of Agency VA? What have you found with that?
Just the different cultures. Like we have people from India, we have people from the Philippines, we have people from Guatemala, Puerto Rico, and even here in the U.S., people from different nationalities that have been in the U.S. for years. Like myself, I've been in the U.S. for 12 years, and this is my home now. This is what I get to call home, and but I get to interact and meet with other people at the same time. It is very diverse, and like I said before, you get to learn from them because it's different perspective. They have different um, point of view. You can always take away from their knowledge. You can always learn so much every day. When I used to be a trainer, I used to talk a lot with people from the Philippines and India, and I get to learn about them and their culture and some of the names like Bay. Like I will call them Bay, and made friends there too. Like I don't know if I'll ever meet them, but we're like best friends now. Cram's brother, I love him to death. He's awesome, Michael. I love him so much, and like he's a best friend already. And I get to call him Bay. I get to see that little brother that I would love to meet one day. So it's just that connection, like you were saying. from people, you know, that are all over the world, and you might not even meet someday, but who knows?
What you're experiencing, Paola, you know, and I do believe that there will be a day that you head out to Philippines. I do think it's very plausible that you'll shake hands with Michael. And like what you'll find is it's like shaking hands and meeting a brother or sister. Like, I know you know, because you spend
Mm-hmm.
so much time on these Zoom calls. And then like with the
Mm-hmm.
case of Leia, when you meet them, you're like, oh my gosh, you're cooler than I thought. You know, like they're, you know, like you're
Hmm.
great. Like I thought you were cool. I thought you were freaking
Yeah.
amazing. But oh my gosh, you know, you're really, really awesome. And so
Hmm.
that is one of the things that we try to achieve, is to bring the world, you know, together in that, because cultures are so different. But if we're all trying to do right by others, if we're all trying to you know, do our job well and treat each other well, like it makes for really great relationships. Paola, is there anything else that you would like to share, add, you know, to this discussion?
Boss West and Boss Ben are awesome.
Here, I slipped over a $20
Yeah.
bill.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know what to say. You know, I'm happy to be here. Like I said, and I'm not trying to be nice, or I'm not trying to be too much when I say that I really like all of you. I really do. I feel like I have a family here, and every day I come excited to help, and I come excited to just work and get things done. But at the same time, I don't get tired of being here. I don't really get the feeling of having to leave and having wanting to clock out, because that's just how you feel. You have to go to work, you have to do your 8 hours. You know, there's days that I've worked 10 hours and I feel fine because I know I got things done and I was able to help others. And so that might be maybe too nice, but at the same time, I know I was able to finish everything and I was able to, you know, accomplish all the things I wanted to um, do or finish that day. So it is a great company to work for, you know, besides the pay, besides the benefits, besides whatever you want to put out there. It is more than that. And like you mentioned, it's the connections, it's the friendship, it's the treatment, because we're not just employees, we're treated like we're family. It makes me really happy to be here.